Greetings and salutations, Morgan here with Seahawks Palaver. It is draft day, the best time of the year. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I think maybe the warm-up to the draft is the best time. And the draft is just kind of the culmination of all the anticipation that you gathered throughout the offseason. But I don't know. Either way is fine with me. I'm just kind of sad that we won't be doing mocks for another year, but I'm excited to see what the future holds for the new Seahawk editions this weekend. Okay, so let's do one more mock draft, last one of the year, and we will use Pro Football Network's. It's pretty decent. I like the. I actually like this one more because I think it has the best trade functionality. But in this draft, I don't think I'm going to be doing too many trades. But we'll see how it plays out. Okay, so we have Walker, Loveland, Barron, Starks, Emanwari, Simmons, Booker, Jihad Campbell. The last draft I took Jihad Campbell here. I don't know that I want to do that again this time. This might be odd, but I'm going to go Malachi Starks. Am I going to go Malachi Starks? Yes, I'm going to do it. Colston Loveland would be good here too, but Schneider says safety is a very tough position to scout, and I know Malachi Starks, while he doesn't necessarily have all the athleticism required, I don't think that athleticism is necessarily super required at that position. Like, there's a stark definition between Emanwari, who is an incredible athlete and kind of a so-so in the mentals, and Starks, who is all about ball, pissed off to be great, will do anything for his team. I think he's just the type of leader and intelligent player, Brian Branch type of guy, but I think he's like even more about the ball. I think Starks would be really good here, and Schneider says they're a difficult position to scout, and I think because he's looking for those type of traits. So even though it's a weird position to draft first overall, for us, I think that it will pay dividends in a 3 safety sets and everything. He's a different player than Bryant and Love, so I think that he'll pay dividends later on. Okay, no trade. I love Tyleik Williams on the line, but we are going to do the right thing here and go Tate Ratledge. I want Jaden Higgins, so I'm going to take him next. And then I can't pass up on Jaden Higgins. I can't do it. So where did he go? I have to get him. He's my favorite X receiver in the draft. I think he would be totally be able to have the threat constantly of taking the top off and open things up underneath for Cup and JSN, who are more of short and intermediate threats. 82. Jack Besh is here too. He's another slot receiver. We can't have 3 slot receivers on the team, I don't think. JSN can probably do that Tyler Lockett switch where he went over to flanker. But I think it's, as much as I love Besh, he did have kind of a weird last year where he had 4 really good games, and then the rest were just kind of mediocre. But he is a fun prospect. Emory Jones would be fun here too, with some flexibility to back up Abe Lucas, which would be fun. But Omar Norman Lott would be good here. Jacob Parrish would be great at corner. Cameron Williams. But Ozzie Trapillo would be a good guard too. I'm actually going to take Emory Jones at this spot, just for his flexibility to back up Abe Lucas, who's just, has some issues. At 92, we can get pick 108 and 143. I'm actually probably going to trade back. Ashton Jalot is interesting here. Gunnar Helm would be fun, but I'm going to accept this trade. We're going to drop back a little bit for 2 picks in the middle rounds. I have my eye on players that go in that area. So let's see here. David Walker. He'd be nice here. CJ West would be great also. All right. So I'm going to go David Walker, a very weird edge prospect. but he can really get after it. He's 6 foot and 260. He's like a Puna Ford of the edge, but he is so good. He's good in coverage too, which you wouldn't think he would be, but he is. I really want to take him right here, but Omar Norman Lott is still on the board. That might be even better. Darn it, I can't. At 108, I don't think I can pass up Omar Norman Lott. That's a weird drop, but I'm going to take him there. All right, at 137, Savion Williams, Ollie Gordon to Chase Lunt. Okay. I know it's going to look weird, but I'm going to take I'm going to take Caldwell here to play nose. Omar Norman Lott is not a nose. He's just someone who can really get after the passer and is very energetic. And he's a rotation player. He's not a full-time guy. Caldwell can be a full-time nose. So we're going to do that, even if it seems like taking 2 defensive tackles in a row is unusual. I actually think it's going to pay us dividends here. I would normally take that, but I think we're okay with how many players we have. All right, so Starks, Ratledge, Higgins, Jones. So we have these 2 linemen here. We have 2 defensive linemen, 2 offensive linemen, a wideout, and a safety. We do need a corner, but I don't think we're at a good spot for that right now. Let's see. No, I'll take Zoff Frazier right here. The Eagles will take him around this area. So I'm just going to nip that in the bud right now and get the Rick Woolen clone from the Rick Woolen school. And he can probably be the... If we decide not to pay Rick Woolen for whatever reason, you could potentially have his replacement just waiting in the wings. It seems early, but I actually don't think that it is. His traits are highly coveted by the algorithm, so he tends to go early, even though the numbers wouldn't think that it would represent that. Okay, Thomas Vidone would be a really good tight end to take right now, but I have my eye on another guy later on. Jake Majors would be a fun center to take here. Jack Nelson is a nice tackle to take here. Let's see. Ponder is a good edge to take here, but I don't think we really need edge right now. At least not this type of edge. We need a guy who's a bit more bendy, and I don't think that is what he brings to the table. John Joyner would be a good designated pass rush guy. Very fast. And again, we don't have that type of player, but I think it's a bit early for him. Let's go back up. What do we have on tight end? It's Evans. Luke Lachey is down at 302. We could probably take him later. That's the guy who I'm looking at. Conyers and Hawes have good pedigree. Conyers, I can see Kubaik being very interested in just because he's so versatile. He can do a lot of more things other than just tight end. He could full back. He can kind of be that kind of a Taysom Hillish, bring some Taysom Hillish aspects to his game. But I don't know if I want to take him now. Jordan Monheim would be a good center prospect to take here. Let's see. Anyone else really? You know what? I think that might be the best guy to take right now. We're going to go Monheim. I know I got him in the last draft, but he's highly coveted in the type of offense that we're running. So I'm just going to get him now, just in case. We have Sundell, we have Oluwatimi, but he's scheme versatile, so I think having him just in camp would be a good thing. Let's take a quick look at quarterback, see who's left. My guy is Seth Hannigan, but I think that actually as an actual prospect, I'm not sure if he would make it in the NFL. I genuinely don't know. So let's look here. We have 3 picks left. So I want a linebacker, I want a tight end, and another wideout. That's what I want. A linebacker, tight end, and a wideout. Oh, but Brashard Smith would be good here too. Oh, you know what? He's such a weapon. That's a dimension of our offense that we don't have. I'm just going to take him now. Donovan Edwards, we could have fulfilled the same thing later on, but I'm going to take him now, and I'm going to hope that Luke Lachey is still on board at 223. LaQuinn Allen also would have been a good pick, but I think Brashard is just a little bit better than those guys. All right, now tight end. Conyers is still there. He might be the pick, but I just believe in Luke Lachey. I really do. So I'm going to take him just because I like him. And then last pick, wideout, Keandre Lambert-Smith. I just know he's going to be a star. I just feel it in my bones. Ja'Cory Brooks could be a good X here, but we already have Jaden Higgins. Badger, solid, really good hands. I think he's like a Doug Baldwin type. He really reminds me of Doug Baldwin a lot. But Keandre Lambert-Smith, I just think he does more. But there's another guy, like, I don't know how far down he is, or if he's even that Andrew Armstrong, Isaac Tesla's mate over there, and let's see if he's been drafted. Okay, he's not even here. Okay, so we'll just assume that he's gone. Keandre Lambert-Smith it is. Let's not play games. I think he's going to be great. Okay, so Malachi Starks, I know it's a weird pick, safety, but I know Schneider thinks safeties are hard to scout, but Starks is a very easy scout. I'd also have taken Hunter Wohler down later in the draft as a pure in-box safety who's just so solid against the run. I just think Starks can do it all, and he's such a leader and such a magnetic presence and such a hard worker. I just think he'd like to be a perfect Raven, so I think having him on the Seahawks is the next best thing. Tate Ratledge, gutty guard. Jaden Higgins, probably the best X receiver in the draft as far as I'm concerned. Emory Jones, flexibility to back up. Abe Lucas at right tackle if necessary. Omar Norman Lott gives us a pass rushing 3-tech, which everyone wants and needs, and he was just too much of a value to pass up at 108. Caldwell, nose tackle, frees up Byron Murphy to do his thing elsewhere other than at 1-tech, where I think his talents were wasted. Zaw Frazier is exactly like Reek Woolen, 6'2", 186. He's a little bit smaller, but look at that relative athletic is off the charts. And he's from the same school. I just think that at 143, it might be a little high for him based on his pedigree, but I think he can make it like Reek Woolen did. Jonah Monheim, perfect for the wide zone running scheme. Brashard Smith, converted wideout at running back, was the focal point of SMU's offense, was really good. He's a bit on the small side, but I think if you're only going to use him as like a third down chain mover, I think he'd be a good pick there. Luke Lachey, excuse me, has that Iowa pedigree. All the Iowa tight ends are always good. And I just think that he's just flown under the radar for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why. And then Keandre Lambert-Smith is just a dynamic wideout. Again, primarily from the slot, and I know we're kind of loaded there, but I think he has the flexibility to go out to flanker and make some noise there. He's just a dynamic route runner with good hands. And I think that he's been overlooked. So there we go. 2025 final Seahawks mock draft. It's not that bad. Starks at number 1 was maybe a reach, but I think that he'll be successful. Safety seems like not something you necessarily draft in the first round, but Earl Thomas worked out for us, right? And Starks is, of course, no Earl Thomas. He plays a completely different fashion, but I still would be excited to have him on the team. Maybe we get him into little bit of a trade back in real life. I don't know, but this is just the way it fell for me this time. So hopefully you liked it. If you don't, please comment down below what you would have done differently. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. We have a little conversation in the comments. It's always fun. Throw me a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see what this weekend brings for the Seahawks. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.